Hi, we're going to look at multiplying rational equations. Um, so when you have fractions and variables all over the place, one thing we like to do is get rid of these denominators. Let's try and get rid of the fractions and deal with a regular non-fraction equation. So in order to do that, we need to multiply the whole problem by the least common denominator. Least common denominator. What is that least common denominator? Well, denominator down on the bottom of the fraction and something that they all share. So it might just be, let's take this group and this group and put them up here, and that's what we're gonna multiply by. Now, I don't have anything under the 1, that's fine. When I end up distributing this, I'm still not gonna have anything down there. So what's about to happen is a lot of distributing, a lot of not putting together yet, but then canceling things out. So let's see where we go with that. So let's distribute. X minus 1 right there. And now I'm also going to put these all next to it. We're not going to put them together yet. We're not going to kind of combine them. Just leave them all next to each other. Over x plus 1 minus 2x times each one of these groups. So x plus 1, x minus 1, all over x minus 1 there, equals negative 1 times x plus 1, x minus 1. And we don't have anything down here. So now's the fun part, because we have these ugly problems, but things end up canceling. So x plus 1, that group cancels with that group. X minus 1 group cancels with that. And I don't have anything over here, so let's just get rid of that 1. And now nothing is in the denominator. We have nothing downstairs, and that's good. Now we just have to multiply things together. So here I have binomials, both the same. So when I distribute, I end up with x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus the group 2x squared plus 2x equals, now we have special groups here, so something neat happens. We're going to have negative 1 times x squared minus 1. Remember, things cancel out there. Now we have to start combining like terms and moving things left and right and all that stuff. So we have 1x squared minus 2x squared. 1 minus 2 giving us negative 1x squared. We used it. Negative 2x minus 2x. So negative 2 minus 2 gives us negative 4x. We used it. And then plus 1 equals, on the other side, distribute that negative 1 to everything, so negative x squared, and then plus 1. Now we need to move things left and right. So here, let's add 1x squared. Let's add 1x squared. They cancel. Let's take this one and move it over here, I guess. Minus 1, they cancel, We're left with negative 4x equals, what do we have on the right side? Nothing. Show that it's nothing. Just divide both sides by negative 4. Inverse operations, and then we get x equals 0 as a final answer. Wow, that's a big mess. Now, are we allowed to have that as an answer? Well, we are not allowed to divide by a 0. So if I divided by a 0 here, that would mess everything up. But what would turn this to 0? A negative 1 would turn that to 0. What would turn this? A positive 1 would turn that to 0. I am not allowed to have a negative 1 or a positive 1 as an answer. That is neither. We are okay. That is good. Okay, let's try the next one over here. Let me get rid of some of this first problem. I kind of luck out because I don't have as much to multiply by. So I'm going to group everything, and I want to multiply by x minus 5. And the reason why I'm putting in this over 1 like I did over there is just so I know that we stay on the top of the fraction. Why is there only one group here? because that's the only denominator that needs to leave. So let's distribute that to everything. So again, I'm going to rewrite it the long way, then we're going to cancel out. So 2x times x minus 5 over x minus 5 plus 4x minus 30, x minus 5, all over x minus 5. And then equals 5 times x minus 5. So that was the easy part. Now the fun part, well, just distribute. We're not doing the math. Now we just cancel. We cancel. Our fractions are gone. We are now left with 2x plus that group, so 4x minus 30 equals, do a little math here, so 5x minus 25. Now let's start combining, moving things left and right. We've got 6x minus 30. Let's move 5x, so we'll say minus, that gives us 1x, add 30, x equals 5. Great, we think we're done. However, look back, what are we not allowed to divide by? A 0. What's going to turn the denominators to 0? Positive 5. So this answer that we just got, all this beautiful math work, is wrong. The answer is wrong. All the math is correct, the answer is wrong. This is called an extraneous solution. It's the correct wrong answer. So what is our answer here? Well, the answer is that we don't have an answer. So no solution. That is rational equations.